One of the largest helicopter events in the world, the European Helicopter Show, opened with a traditional flypast, which was a sight worth seeing for the 20,000 visitors to the airport hosting this event at Hradec Králové.
Unikátní na tomto ročníku European Helicopter Show je ta neuvěřitelná škála typů vrtulníků. Máme tady i 2 bojové Kobry, malé ultralehké vrtulníky, velký bojový vrtulník 171 české armády. Bylo zde i několik premiér nových vrtulníků, ultralehkých vrtulníků, takže myslím si, že tohle běžně k vidění není.
A number of interesting machines were presented during the initial flypast, with a dozen helicopters of various type and origin flying above the heads of spectators. The first AS-350 single-engine turbine helicopter manufactured by Eurocopter was piloted by Daniel Tuček, the executive director of DSA. It was followed by 2 EC-135 helicopters, also manufactured by Eurocopter. Among other types of helicopter flying in the formation were a Sokol, operated by the Czech Army, a Robinson R-44, and the legendary Bell AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter. Machines from the LOM Pardubice Flight Training Center subsequently flew in. An Aero L-39 Albatros jet aircraft was first to touch down, followed by a Eurostar prop aircraft and a Zlín. Last to arrive was a MIL Mi-2 helicopter in military colours. Following the arrivals, first on the display agenda was a demonstration by the small 2-seater KISS 209M ultralight helicopter, which, despite its size, boasts a retractable undercarriage. The rotorcraft was then followed by an elegant display of aerobatic manoeuvres by a Bucher Bu-131 Jungmann biplane. And then it was time for one of the most impressive moments of the European Helicopter Show, a display of cooperation between ground and airborne rescue units dealing with a mock large-scale accident. Footage taken at the time will give you a clear idea of the scale of this operation. Following the suspense of the previous demonstration, the spectators were delighted by a display of gyroplanes made by the German Autogiro company. Nirvana Systems, their agent in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, flew a formation of 4 machines in the skies over Hradec Králové. 2 luxury Cavalons, piloted by Miroslav Štauf and Lubor Mara, a Calidus piloted by one of the most experienced gyroplane pilots, Pavel Březina, and the MTO Sport variant with an open cockpit piloted by Michal Eliáš. Gyroplanes are currently a rapidly growing sector in aviation. These machines form an industry category somewhere between aeroplanes and helicopters. Gyroplanes have a main rotor which is free spinning during flight and turns by auto-rotation, with forward thrust coming from a rear-facing propeller. The machine consequently cannot take off or land vertically, however the takeoff and landing distance is still very short. An adrenaline-fueled section of the display followed with a Bell AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter at the hands of pilot Siegfried Schwarz, demonstrating its capabilities at peak levels, this time in the livery of the Austrian Red Bull team. See for yourself what this machine is capable of. This was followed by demonstrations from the light 2-engine multipurpose BO-105 helicopter manufactured by MBB, and some high-class aerobatics by the Red Bull team pilot Martin Schonka. The program continued with a demonstration of higher-level autogyro piloting in a Calidus piloted by Pavel Březina from the Nirvana Systems company. Spectators watched as the machine displayed its minimum speed, rotating in a very small circle, and even demonstrating a pirouette. The demonstration culminated in a landing with the rear engine switched off. As the crowd waited tensely, another helicopter appeared flying with a suspended load, not a rescuer or an individual being rescued, but something completely different. The helicopter, flown by experienced pilot Daniel Tuček, was carrying a new Škoda Rapide, intended for a crash test. The helicopter first showed the load to the spectators, flying over the airfield several times. The Škoda Rapide was then dropped from a height of about 20 meters, crashing to the ground below. But what was the purpose of this demonstration?
Aby si mohli hasiči a záchranáři vyzkoušet, jakým způsobem bude deformováno auto po pádu třeba z mostu nebo ze skály. A vlastně je to unikátní způsob, kdy si hasiči můžou poprvé pořádně vyzkoušet, jak ten automobil po takovém pádu vypadá.
We asked pilot Daniel Tuček about his experience of piloting a helicopter with such an interesting load suspended beneath it.
Bylo to speciální, protože je to v podstatě velmi těžké auto, běžně se vozí náklady pod tunu, toto auto váží 1,2 tuny zhruba a má samozřejmě svůj specifický tvar, takže při tom letu se chová trošku jako velká plocha, ale evidentně se nám to dařilo a byla to pěkná ukázka.
But the packed program didn't end there. Two historic low-wing Lean C-305 Trenairs, two-seater propeller aircraft used for flight and aerobatics training, made an appearance at the airshow. A Hughes 269 piloted by Peter Contura of DSA, which organised the airshow, then followed, with the pilot endeavouring to demonstrate to the watching crowd all the manoeuvring possibilities that a single-engine light training helicopter with a three-bladed main rotor can achieve. A trip into the past followed with pilot Pavel Veselý demonstrating the capabilities of an L-29 Delphin aircraft. The airshow continued with another helicopter, a Gimbal Cabri G2 piloted by instructor Jan Krčil. This is a light two-seater helicopter designed by Bruno Gimbal, a former employee of the Eurocopter company. Another point of interest of the Cabri G2 is its Fenestron tail rotor, similar in design to those used by larger Eurocopter aircraft. Manufactured by the Polish Celier Aviation Company, the Xenon 9125 Autogyro, piloted at the airshow by Krzysztof Wronowski, was the next in line to take to the air. It was closely followed by another helicopter, an EC-120, piloted once again by Daniel Tuček. Spectators were then treated to the first flight in the Czech Republic of a new ultralight helicopter, the Compress CH-77 Runnabot, which is a two-seater arranged side by side, here piloted by Ivo Bruma. Fans of fixed-wing aviation were then treated to a display by a Piper Meridian PA-46T turboprop aircraft, piloted by Josef Hlaváček, closely followed by the ultralight single-seater Aerospal WT-9 Dynamic, piloted by Karol Volanec. The spectators were then able to enjoy another display by pilot Ivo Bruma. This time he gave a demonstration in an ultralight compressed CH-7 helicopter. The Czech Army also showed its proficiency by demonstrating the maneuverability of the classic 3A Sokol helicopter, piloted by Major Petr Smik, which also included another demonstration of a suspended load operation. The display continued with a modern light Bell 206 helicopter with a two-bladed rotor, here piloted by Dalibor Leshina and operated by the Alpha Helicopter Company. This helicopter can be equipped with one or two engines. Pavel Blaho then followed with his customary skill in the tiny Magni Giro autogyro. Following Pavel, a demonstration of a Beechcraft Super King Air 350 then took place under increasingly heavy rain. Poor weather conditions persisted as the fastest ultralight in the world, the VL3 Evolution, was put through its paces. Manufactured by JMP Aircraft, this aircraft can attain a cruising speed of 270 km per hour with a maximum speed of 305 km per hour. The retractable undercarriage contributes to its outstanding aerodynamic properties. Spectators at the European Helicopter Show were also able to enjoy many helicopters in the ground-based static display. Major world manufacturers such as Bell, Eurocopter, Augusta-Westland and MD presented their aircraft to the public, along with the aircraft of smaller manufacturers and a whole range of gyroplanes.
Celý program byl superový. Hlavně jsme si byli prolítnout vrtulníkem. Ta kobra tady, co tady je, to je jako... Na to se nedá říct nic jiného, než je skvělá.
It's moc beautiful. Je to krásná akce, takže je tady spousta dalších zajímavých věcí.
Despite the weather being fairly poor, spectators thoroughly enjoyed themselves and are even now looking forward to next year's European Helicopter Show.
No, když bude hezky, tak určitě přijedeme, i když by bylo takhle jako dneska, tak taky.
Jestli bude volno, tak ano.
Když vyjde počasí a čas, tak určitě.